Welcome to Styled by Estelle.
Hey everybody, welcome back to an all-new episode of Styled by Estelle with Estelle Winsett. I'm your host, Mike Leon. Estelle here is a former attorney turned personal stylist who helps women lawyers project confidence, authority, and authenticity through their wardrobe. And in today's episode, we're tackling a problem almost every professional woman has faced: a closet full of clothes, but nothing to wear. Oh man, my wife's going to want to hear this episode. Estelle will share how to create simple outfit formulas and make getting dressed one of the easiest parts of your day. Estelle, good to see you. Let's dive into this because your website uses this phrase called closet chaos. Can you explain what it means, why it happens, even when someone has plenty of clothes like my wife has in her closet?
Thanks for having me. The term closet chaos really means that you don't have a system in your closet. A lot of times I refer to unintentional closets as kind of a hodgepodge of this and that, and it results from unintentional shopping decisions. So often we are out shopping and we maybe see something we like, but we don't think, what else do I have at home in my closet? And that's why often we end up having 12 tops that are almost identical, because we tend to gravitate towards what we like, but we don't think about, well, what else is in my closet? And so you end up having way too many shirts and not enough bottoms, or you have a lot of statement pieces, which means a lot of prints, but you don't have a lot of things to mix and match with them. And so really, when you think of when you want to bring or get rid of the chaos in the closet, it's about having the right pieces in your closet, not just a bunch of clothes, but the right ones that will play well and mix well with each other.
So what's an outfit formula that you would recommend for folks, and how can it make getting ready faster and easier for everybody?
Yeah, an outfit formula is basically just a template, a way to organize the clothes in your closet to create outfits, because that's what most women say when they come to me is, I have a ton of clothes, but I have no idea how to put an outfit together or how to feel put together. So an example of an outfit formula would be a blazer with a sleeveless top, a pair of dark denim with a boot cut, and a pair of heels. That would be an example of an outfit formula. So you could take any blazer in your closet, that would work. You could take any sleeveless blouse in your closet. That, of course, has to go with the blazer. But other than that, it's basically just figuring out how do you put the pieces of the closet together in outfits so that you can mix and match and not wear the same three boring outfits on repeat.
Well, let's stay on that, on the mix and match part, because there's got to be some playing around with these combinations on the outfit part. So how would you advise someone to figure that out in terms of which outfit combos work best to fit your style and your schedule?
I really would say take my style quiz, because I give those to everyone who takes the quiz. And that's why I did that. I know that sounds a little funny as an answer, but as women lawyers in particular, which is who I designed this quiz for, there's so many different dress codes that we have to navigate. There's the firm retreat, which would be super casual, versus the courtroom look, which is going to be the most formal. And so when you have that many different levels of dress codes, it's really hard to know, well, how can I use what I have in my closet in a variety of different ways? And so by taking the style quiz, each of the personalities have 4 outfit formulas that I've created for them. So there is a weekend outfit formula. There's a after drinks outfit formula. There's kind of a business casual formula, and then there's a courtroom formula. So it depends on the dress code and the level of formality. But you can use a lot of the same pieces just in different ways. Like I mentioned earlier, using the blazer, you can take a suit, and it doesn't just have to be worn the way a head to toe suit. You can use them as separates. And so use that blazer. And when you pair that with dark denim is the dressiest jean, then you can have a jeans look that still looks elevated and put together.
You know, I think you mentioned before power pieces. Can you kind of explain what a power piece is and what role do they play in making these formulas reliable for folks and even versatile for folks?
Sure. Power pieces are the elements of your wardrobe that have more fun and personality to them. They're the ones that stand out. Another way of phrasing it, a power piece could be your statement piece. It's the thing that gets the most attention and that you could have a lot more fun with. For example, this printed blouse would be more of a statement piece or a power piece, whereas pairing it with a pair of white trousers, the white trousers play the supporting role. So they're not necessarily the power piece, but they're important because you need to have You can't have all statement pieces to create outfits. You need to have those supporting pieces as well. So it's really all about creating the right balance of neutrals and supporting roles, as well as having those power pieces.
You mentioned before about the going out piece, casual drinks, in the courtroom. How can somebody adapt a formula so that it works for both of those settings, the more casual, but also the courtroom setting?
Sure. A great example would be for a courtroom setting, which is going to be the most formal. That would be where I would wear a head to toe pantsuit. But let's say you then want to have a business casual look for the office the next day. You could take that same blazer, but pair it with a cotton top, something not quite as dressy, and a pair of casual pants. So the formal element of the blazer is then counterbalanced with a more casual pant style, which is where you get that term business casual. It's a mirroring of the two, but it's how you style them is what makes the difference between whether it's more formal or more casual.
Estelle, let's go inside the closet for a second because I'm going to take notes here and I'm going to hand them off to my wife after
Oh,
this.
no. Okay.
What is the best way for somebody right now listening to this to set up their closet so the go-to looks that they want to wear are very easy to grab? How would you recommend they start that process?
Yeah. Well, the first thing I would recommend is put the clothes that you wear the most in the front of your closet. So that means all of those wedding dresses and the special occasion pieces, they need to be at the back of the closet because you don't need to be wading through that to get dressed on an everyday basis. The second piece of advice I would have for you is to put your clothes together by category. So you have all of your blazers together, all of your short sleeve shirts together, all your long sleeve shirts together, your pants together, your skirts. Then when you are trying to put an outfit together, you can grab a blazer from here, a shirt from here, and pants from here. And it's just very easy to grab instead of having to wade through and try to find the different pieces.
Estelle, let me ask you, for people that want to stay current in today's styling, how often should they review or refresh these formulas?
I think the formulas themselves probably are okay. It's really more of making sure that the pieces in your wardrobe are current. So if you are someone who tends to like trendy pieces, there's nothing wrong with liking trendy pieces, but they don't last or stand the test of time as much as, say, a classic piece would. So I think it's important to refresh your closet probably every time you change out a season. So, or at least twice a year. If every 6 months, I would go through my closet and decide what are the items that I haven't worn this entire 6 months. That's a good sign that they probably aren't your favorite or for some reason or another. Either they didn't fit or you just don't like them. And if that's the case, if they're not going to be worn, they're not serving any purpose in your closet. And so it's really helpful to get them out of your closet. So I think that's one thing I recommend. There's also another trick that I recommend people do, and this is kind of in conjunction with doing a closet cleanse. And that is at the start of a season, like when you've got all of your clothes in there fresh, hang your hangers one way, one direction. And when you wear an item and you put it back in the closet, flip it. And then at the end of the 6 months, the items that aren't flipped, that have the forward facing hangers, are the ones that you didn't wear. Then you can evaluate, was there a reason I didn't wear them? Do I like it? Is it worth keeping in my closet? And if it's not, then get rid of it.
I'm taking notes, Estelle. I'm not kidding. Some of this is getting passed off to somebody else that lives with me. So let me ask you, I asked you in a previous episode about client examples and case studies, but what changes have you seen in your clients once they've replaced the closet chaos and replaced it with a system that works for them?
It really is so much more than the clothes. The transformations that I see with my clients and how they live their day-to-day life is remarkable. One client I worked with named Camille, she now has an extra time to languish in the morning and have a cup of coffee with her husband instead of stressing and taking 20 minutes, which is the average time a woman takes to get dressed. When you get dressed in 5 minutes or less, then you're not as crazy. You're not as frazzled. If you're trying to wrangle kids, like when my kids were younger, I was doing while getting dressed. You can start the day very frazzled, and that's not a good way to start. So I've seen the change of my clients having calmer mornings and talking about enjoying their kids more because they're able to get dressed quickly and help the kids get ready for school. Another example I have of a client, Amarette, who having this system really helped her, is she shared with me that being ADHD, she really struggled with outfit creation, the decision making that we discussed earlier, And especially this flared up when she had to pack for a conference. And all of my clients get an online closet and they get ready-made outfits curated by me. So at the end of their time with me, they have an app that has all of their business casual looks, that has all of their dressier looks, whatever those categories are that make sense for them in their life. They've got them in their phone. And she told me that packing became so much easier when she could look at the outfits I created for her, because it didn't affect her ADHD. It didn't make her kind of shut down. Instead, she was able to just quickly pack. And so it's things like that where you have a system where you don't have to have any energy at all in figuring out what to wear. You can just pull up an app on your phone. It just makes life so much more fun, so much easier, and makes my clients happier. So I think that's kind of the overall effect.
Estelle, thank you for the time and insights today. We truly appreciate it as always.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody out there listening to another episode of Style by Estelle. Listen, if you're ready right now to go from closet chaos to courtroom confidence, do me a favor. You heard Estelle mention it before, but go to estellewinsett.com, take that style quiz, and start building a wardrobe that works for you. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, leave a review, and comment. Share this episode with somebody that needs to hear it, like I'm going to share it with my wife in just a second. As always, I'm Mike Leon. We will see everybody next time.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.